Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Knox, every time, dude. Every single fucking time. Might have to turn myself up a little bit. My music is kind of loud. There we go. That should be good. I just filled up your water when I went and took a piss, and I bet he drank all of it in there. How's everyone doing? I did get a new light. You guys can let me know what you think. It's right down here in the bottom. So I got the side lights, and then I got one down here in the bottom. Thought it might help out given the fact that I always wear a hat. So Merry Christmas. It's a late Christmas, yes, but Merry Christmas to everyone. This question is for Knox. Who's a good boy? You know, it was at this moment that I realized when he had barked over here next to me, he had also shit his pants. Right as I turned, I put my head right into I wafted into the cloud that was my dog's asshole. And it's awful. I look even more white than normal. Let me turn it down a little bit then. I think that's the right one. Yep. There we go. Just a little bit of light, just a little extra up on the face. Got a new flannel, a pallet of Coca-Cola, fucking hell yeah, and 2 Brett Bear books, and the director's cut for Airplane. Nice. Time for a new year? Yes. I want you guys to know, and this is, here, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit more. This is, from the bottom of my heart, I don't want to give away a joke for one of my videos, but I gotta say it anyways.
Listen, if you thought I was gonna do New Year, New Me, look, I have 70 years of just pent-up frustration, sexism, xenophobia, racism. Well, I'm not really afraid of any of them. Sometimes the fat ones I'm afraid of. But yeah, I'm not changing for shit.
So that was directly from Franklin Plushie for New Year's. Bro, I'm still waiting on it. I'm so upset about that whole plushie. I missed the New Year, the Christmas launch that I wanted. I shot for a Christmas launch last year, and I missed the one this year too. Late Christmas, it's all right. Random videos. I got a Hazard 4 poncho, the Poncho Via, the fleece liner, and a new range backpack. All 3, 10 out of 10. But look up the poncho, a Hazard 4 poncho. I've never heard of one of those. I will be honest with you. I've worn ponchos a lot. My main disagreement with ponchos, and then hot take, okay? It is, when I'm using a poncho, I find it difficult to use like a rifle, a pistol, or a weapon, and then conveniently put my hands back in my pockets and then be able to transition back. Like, that's my only downfall with the poncho. It's just hard to transition between low ready and pockets. It's great, but a brick of CCI 450. You got a machete? Hell yeah. Well, you got a machete, so either A, you spend some time in the jungle, or B, you're in the United Kingdom and you're using it to defend yourself, so nothing happens to you that rhymes with grape while you're walking through the streets of London. I kid. If you're a man, it's not as likely, or an adult. I'm sorry. Look, every country's got some shit going on, okay? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at the messenger because I'm the only one who points it out. I've said it before in other lives that I have. You know, when the Brits, you Americans go to war for money, or go to war for oil. Yeah, we do be doing that shit. We do that shit all the time. Do you know any other fucking substance on this planet that is worth killing and dying for? Maybe gold, but I mean, we've all seen the movie Blood Diamond, so diamonds is happening. We're just the only ones who do it at a global scale. If I ever come to southern Poland, I will hit you up with the best beer. Salute from Polish PD officer. Bro, Poland is on my list. Actually, since you're here, just because I don't feel like Googling it, the Polish people, and tag me when you say this so that way I see it pop up. There's a town in Poland, or a group in Poland, that they cosplay as Americans who are in a trailer park in Ohio. Is that a festival, or is that like all year round? Because I want to participate. I want to go and be a judge and see how good their cosplay of Americans is. I think that would be just a phenomenal time in reality. Your birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday, Firehawk. Merry Christmas. My gift was An African country getting spicy surprises from the U.S. military. You know, this is the thing, dude. It's so hard to kill an ideology. It's so like you literally have to exterminate it. That's the only way to get rid of it. That's why people are like, well, I thought we defeated ISIS. We did, but there's always one or two little cowards that hide and they don't tell anyone that they're a part of ISIS, and they go to another country and then they start sharing their beliefs with other idiots. And then those idiots are the ones that get smoked by us, and then they hide again and they move somewhere else. It's so frustrating, man. Mine is made for throwing over the shoulder. I say we let Buff do a history video with Nick. He's asked me to do a history video with him. It was about Patriot, and it never happened. I recorded for him and everything. Got hot sauce and violently, so I'll win, lose. Dude, I actually have some hot sauce too. That looks very, very exciting. Have you seen Action Figure Therapy? I grew up watching Action Figure Therapy. I wasn't like super addicted to it. I more liked Epic Rap Battles of History. That's kind of some throwback YouTube for everybody there. Let me see. Polish PD. There we go. Damn, we'll have to research. We have mostly U.S. themed car sports and a hell ton of barbecue and smoking rubber. God, I fucking love Poland. Like this, dude, every time I hear like, hey, we do this in Poland, I'm just like, you really are little European Texas. And that's not any, I mean, Poland's been around longer than Texas, I think. I'm almost positive of that. And it's so just, Poland never stopped being you. We love you from this side of the pond. I just want you to know that. If you could bully the United Kingdom and a couple other, countries around there to be more like you, we would totally back that up. I just want you to know that. Oh, there we go. I got that one. Have I seen? Oh yeah, we got that one. We Brits conquered the world to sell drugs. We are, we're not the same. No, I thought you conquered the world for spices. I thought that was your guys' big thing, and spices that you never used. That's our joke about you guys, but I mean, you did. This is the thing. The British Empire is nothing to shake a stick at. All right. They have been around a very, very long time. Although I do feel that one of the things that is happening to you guys, and it's happening all across the world, is like more developed countries are like, hey, we gotta be nice to everybody. And then lesser developed countries, people come from those countries and they're like, hey, we're going to change everything and make it our way. And I really do believe that it's like toxic empathy. It really is bad. And I feel like the UK and the US are both suffering from it in some capacity.
This is for more treats for Nox. Can we get in Buff's voice how effed Nigeria is? Merry Christmas. I got a new HKVP9. What did you get?
I got a lot. Okay, I'm telling you guys this. If you send these to me in my P.O. box, I cannot consume them. So like, just bear that in mind. But one of my like guilty pleasures is chocolate covered raisins. I fucking love chocolate covered raisins, but only in the freezer. If you've never had chocolate covered raisins stuck in a freezer, they're phenomenal. You think they'd like hard enough to break your teeth? No, that's not the consistency. Anyways, they're delicious. And so I got like fucking 4 pounds of those. I got like this little like towel kilt thing that my mom found for me. She's like, those were all the rage in like the 70s. I don't know how like you guys don't know about them. Fucking love that thing. Got a new fire poker because I have a fire pit out back now. Because men make fire. That's what we do. Learning through song channel has a song for your characters. You love it. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Warrior Shaman. I know him. I haven't talked to him in a little while. I've been kind of busy. I'm sorry. That's my fault. That's on me. Got a smoking deal on a big Cuisinart smoker that I use for Christmas. Prime rib. Good call. Multi-pack of seasonings and smoked turkey. I think this may be a hot take for some people. Prime rib is good. I will never discount how delicious a good cooked prime rib is. I will never, I'm not slandering prime rib. But dollar for dollar, pound for pound, ribeye is the superior cut of meat. And for anyone who's like, well, tomahawk, a tomahawk is literally a ribeye with the rib still attached. Okay? Fucking relax. It's a ribeye. That is the superior cut of meat. But I'm never going to say anything poorly about a good prime rib. And a smoked turkey. Ooh, smoked turkey's fucking fire. It really is good. I wish I knew how to smoke meat. I should probably learn that. I'm just doing side quests now. Like for those of you who are over on Pepperbox and watch me build that gun very terribly, mind you. It's in that safe though. But yeah, I'm just doing side quests now. I'm learning to do new shit. Delmonico steak. I don't think I've ever had one of those. Porterhouse is greater than ribeye. You fucking ban that guy. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But like you, sir, go sit there, look in the mirror, and have a long conversation with your demons because they're winning right now. Okay. It's not hard to smoke meats low and slow. That's the thing. It's just you got to maintain those temperatures, not too high. That's kind of where I'm stuck at. Took lots of L's over those years. Facts. How do we fight that? Oh, I think someone's thrown back to that. You know, how do you fight an ideology? There's a logical way of going about fighting an ideology. And then there's a moral way. Okay? The moral way is significantly longer and more expensive because the US tried it. We did it for 20 years. We were trying to defeat an ideology. And what you have to do is you have to change the generational perception. It takes at least 50 to 100 years. The other way is complete and utter annihilation and extermination of a group or denomination of individuals. It's not the moral way, but it is a way, okay? Not saying anybody should do that, but if you want to defeat an ideology, that's kind of like, do you know how many different sects and other religions and shit popped up after Attila the Hun and his guys came through? Fucking zero, because they murdered everybody. Or Genghis Khan. Might have been Genghis Khan. Yeah, Genghis Khan. That's the one I'm thinking of. Grandpa Buff compilation, please. Don't you worry about it. Got somebody doing that. I think I might do an annual one, just like some highlight quotes. So I got someone working it right now. I just don't have time myself. Keep the content coming. You make me laugh on long night shifts. Wish you the best, my man. Well, thank you so much, Polish PD. I'm glad you're here, man. I do fuck with my Polish people. I think it's back there somewhere. I have a Polish flag that was gifted to me by some Polish troops that I worked with. Really great guys. So you be safe out there, man. You're kind of on the forefront of what's looking like World War III. And I don't love that for you, but I know Poland is a lot more prepared this time. What if they painted your Franklin merch art on the side of an F-22 wing? I look, as far as I know, F-22s don't get like nose art aside from like kills and stuff. But if I could get one of my characters painted on an F-22, I would do it. But the thing is, those are stealth coated birds. So I don't think they can do any kind of like art. Love my job. Was the AME shop staple at my first squadron. We also took a guy's passport photos and used the shrink expand function on the copier. They were still finding his face around the hangar 2 years later. I always be hiding shit. When we get new guys in, I hide their shit. Are we gonna get a "I'm not fat, I'm retired" shirt? You know, it might not be bad. Look, if you saw the video I dropped today on Twitter and on Instagram, you see that I'm not super fat. I'm actually pretty damn strong. It's just my eating habits are not great, and cardio is really hard for me. Just because like I can't handle the impact on my knees and my hips and stuff like that. So like Stairmaster's been good. Elliptical sometimes depends on how my body likes it. Walking on a treadmill, maybe, but not for super long. But yeah. What happened to the 7-day scavenger hunt stream? I don't know. There was a couple of them that got flagged for what is it called? Copyright. So I might have just taken that one down. Merry Christmas. Prime rib and ribeye are the same thing. Ribeye is the retail cut for prime rib. I'm aware. However, prime rib comes all together with the string and shit around it. Okay. And a ribeye is the slices of that. And you get like a nice, it's the reason why it's the best cut is because you also get the crust of a good, like the good grill marks and everything on there. And the seasoning permeates only so far. And in a prime rib, you got to try and get the seasoning all the way through that bad boy. But in a ribeye, you have small chunks to get.
Would you
That's where my brain's at. Oh my gosh.
I'd intercept
Mandalorian.
me.
Happy Christmas to you and the buff. Christmas tree emoji. BTW. Forget smoking the turkey. deep fry that shit like a gentleman.
Yes, deep fry your turkey inside your house and use cardboard to insulate from the flames. Make sure you use a fully frozen turkey and you like fucking Kobe that shit in. You don't slowly lower it or anything. I'm just kidding. Those are jokes. I just told you the absolute wrong way to deep fry a turkey that would immediately start your house on fire. Don't do that. Okay? Gosh, my lawyer right now, Jake, is just like, his ears are ringing. He's like, Ethan's saying something stupid. He is right now. Can I have the buff say Happy New Year in the most buff way, but YouTube safe way possible? Okay.
I want to wish you guys all a happy new year. As for me, I'm not going to be watching the ball drop. I'm going to be dropping mine on Russia's mouth.
There you go. How about that? Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. You know, what's crazy is as I've been reading the Horus Heresy books, I just like, everyone's some level of bad, but the world eaters are kind of just like, what you see is what you get. Like they're not like, you know, there's no usurping and like, I'm going to steal this and try and cause this and make this person do this. Like there's no backstabbing. It's just like things on that planet don't think that the Emperor is the savior of mankind. Cool. We're going to kill them until they do. Like, it's very simple. It's very, very simple. Also, diamonds are only rare because De Beers artificially causes the scarcity, which is actually even dumber than the spices or oil. Oh, I know. The whole De Beers thing, like diamonds never used to be worth a whole lot of money. But De Beers, like diamonds were never for rings. De Beers pushed that years ago, like late 1800s, early 1900s. All right. Got much needed socks. You know what? This is the thing. As I've grown older, the importance of getting socks and underwear on Christmas cannot be stressed enough. Growing up, I hate clothing, but as an adult, gotta love it. See, I didn't even read the rest of your statement, but I agreed with you right there. Got an HLC Thrive Under Chaos shirt for Christmas. Hell yeah. Whoever got that for you, they have amazing taste. And a huge wiener, unless they're a woman. Then their boyfriend or husband has a huge wiener. Big old one. Honking. I don't know. Steak available. Steak that is available is best. Your grocery ran out of meat? Homie, you got to move. You got to like go to like the American Southwest. You like beef country. You could no. If I went to my grocery store and they had ran out of beef, oh dude, I'm swinging on somebody. Like, no, that doesn't happen. You run out of fucking spinach, that's fine. I don't care. Oh, we didn't have any asparagus. We're out of corn. Some fucking veggies. You could be out of goldfish crackers. You could be out of anything. Not out of steak. No. I also smoked some marrow bones with the prime rib. You know, I've never had smoked marrow bones. I've never done that. I hear it's really good though. Helping veterans heal on the water, free fishing trips in Washington to all veterans in active duty. Veteran Fishing Charter, Pacific Northwest. Have you heard of Regiment? And I'm not even being a smartass because I know a lot of people in Regiment play video games, but a lot of them are also fishermen. I would totally link up with them for sure. Poland is based as fuck. I don't even know who that is, but I agree. Swim. My gym doesn't have a pool. There might be one at one of the other gyms. Let me see. Do I like Corona beer? Depends. It's not my favorite of the Mexican beers. Dos Equis, number one, followed by Modelo, then Tecate, and then Corona. If the Army and Navy look on heaven scenes, it would guarded by United States Marine. What? Okay. 8th War Forged. Obviously, you're a Marine because that's not English, man. If the Army and the Navy look on heaven's scenes, they would find the streets guarded by United States Marines. On heaven's scenes. I think you meant scenes as in like SCENES, maybe? This is so Marine. This is so... I want to take a picture of that. That needs to be put into the Marine Corps Hall of Fame right there. Like that right there. You will not capture a Marine better than that. It's like, does spelling matter? No, fuck that. You know what matters is that I boast about being a goddamn Marine. I love you, and I'm glad you're here. Frozen turkey too, yeah. Directions unclear. Proceeding to yeet turkey. No, Kraft, no. Kraft is good people. Kraft is good dude. Final super chat for me for today. Hey, don't worry about it. I try and read as much as I can. Buff's last joke the other day was awesome. I'm here for you. To fund some tres leches for you. What if they painted Lawnmower of Liberty on the drone that fires it? I would also pay for that. Look, this is the thing. If there is a weapon system out there that is willing to paint one of my like catchphrases or designs on their equipment, I will pay for it. Hold on. One each. Like if I say something as an Abrams, one Abrams in the United States Army gets that. I'm not painting it on 50 different Abrams. Not happening. Okay. Grandpa Buff gets to be on one B-52. The kid gets to be on one F-22. The nerd, one F-35. Like, I'm willing to do that, and I'm willing to pay for it. But everybody gets one. Hey, from Arizona, what is up? Merry Christmas from El Paso, Fort Bliss, Grandpa Buff.
You know, if it wasn't for the lack of fishing, this place would be fucking perfect.
It really would. I'm just up the road in Las Cruces. You got a lot of fans in the EJSA stream on Twitch. In the EJS, I'm unfamiliar with that. I haven't been on fucking Twitch in God knows how long. Work tried to be too fancy with the Christmas meal last night. Good thing I expected that and had Chinese food at home. I ended up going to IHOP last night with my father-in-law and my wife. It was great. Get a ceramic bellicose bod in Borderlands 4 and wipe out the endgame content. I'm unfamiliar with what you're asking. I just started a Harlow. They just dropped that raid boss, and I went to go fight him. He kicked my ass, but my Harlow isn't even all the way maxed out. I haven't gotten her min-max yet. But lab diamonds, I tell you right now, the fastest way to stick it to a lot of these companies, so moissanite. I like moissanite. My wife has a moissanite ring. If you ever see it, it looks and will test as a diamond. If you put a fucking little tester on it, it will test as a diamond, 100%. I'm sure there are other ways to find out that it's not, but it will test as a fucking diamond. I bought a diamond tester to test it, and it does. But moissanite, and they had what's it called? Not a copyright. Patent on it for a long time, and then the patent ran out, and now you can get moissanite fucking anywhere. There was the moissanite company. So moissanite is the only man-made gem quality stone in existence. I fucking love it. Shit, looks like a diamond, tests like a diamond, way cheaper. Love it. Love it. If you've never heard of moissanite, go check it out. That's not a sponsorship. That's what I got from my missus. I told her you can either get moissanite or I'm getting you the bloodiest diamond I can possibly find. Like, I want to find out that an entire village was wiped out for the rock on your hand. And she's like, I'll take moissanite. Exactly. Yeah, but aren't most lab diamonds from West Taiwan? They about to be. They keep fucking with us. I'm sorry. Actually, why am I apologizing? Fuck that. Don't trust China. China is asshole. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from your only Iranian American fan. Wish you all the best. You know, it's still interesting that you're here. I do talk a lot of shit on Iran, but I do try to be accurate with some of the things Iran is saying. Most of the things Iran is saying. So, Merry Christmas. My gifts include a new gun, ammo, and so far, no phone calls. Whew. Fucking knock on wood. I have a fountain pen. I wasn't a gift for Christmas. I bought that for myself a while ago. I've never had a fancy pen. It's not even fancy. It's like $20, but I wanted a fountain pen. Merry late Christmas. The only thing stocked was veggie-based meat. Whew. Oh, God. No, thank you. Merry late Christmas. I got winter gear up here in Alaska and met a quest for the youngins. Bro, I have that quest. There's one. I think all vets should get into it. So I got the quest for me and my wife, and she likes Beat Saber, which is fine. Beat Saber's cool. There's another one that it's like music, and then like they have a library that people can upload their own shit. So there's thousands of fucking songs in there. But this one, like, you shoot people, and like you got to dodge their bullets and shit, and you like shoot them with the music. And oh, bro, I go ham on that shit. I'm a champ. I'll go in there with like one revolver, do stuff like that, and then she gets mad because I'm breaking the controllers. Fucking get out of here. I got a pure rot puppy. Oh, congratulations. I'm over the moon. Husband's on rock star status for at least a month. I've wanted one for 3 years. His name is Don Vito. Well, congratulations on your new family member. I hope this is not a negative thing on you. Just make sure, like, I'm a big fan that a second that dog walks into my life, they're there with me forever. Knox has been with me for 11 years. About to be 12 next year, huh, you big ass? Fucking big back. Fart machine. Fat. All right. He knows. He knows what I'm talking about him. What about Moissanite? I fuck with Moissanite. Told the man the only acceptable diamond is the industrial grade one that has visible carbon. Rutilated quartz looks similar for an idea. I don't know that word. You guys are probably laughing at me right now because I don't know how to read. Reading's hard. It's a whole lot of words. Whitney Houston, all I want forever Christmas is... All I want for Christmas is... I'm not saying that fucking word. Someone's... there it goes. That's it. That's going to happen. I didn't even hear myself on that one. Hey, Weapons is here. I got a new scripture quad. Scripture quad? I know what a quad is, but I've never heard of a scripture quad. Buff Lives Forever shirt. I love it. New laptop for college and a PSA dagger. Nice. Oh, it's from the Marine Corps hymn. See, that's my fault. I fucked that up. Just saw the short with Drill Sergeant Fitness. You and Angry Cops. Love the responses. I'm retired. Bro, Drill Sergeant Fitness is actually cool as shit, man. I'd never met him before that day while we were at the Army 250th. As a firefighter, deep fried cardboard turkey is just an invitation for us to do fire inspection. Bits of the entire neighborhood. Yep. That's a quick way to just get yourself in trouble out there. Not a Marine myself, I'm a son of a Marine. Oh, okay. Got me some new slippers? Bro, slippers be going hard this year. I got my wife some slippers. Grandpa Buff compilation, please tell me if it's going to happen. As it sits right now, yes. I was waiting on somebody to have a little bit more time to work on it. I'm paying for it to be done, but yes, a Buff compilation is coming. But don't get your hopes up too high because there are some quotes that are so like cryptic and out there that I don't know if he's going to be able to find all of them. So the fire inside is different. Hey, recommend Alton Brown's deep fried turkey Derek video on Food Network and YouTube. All right. Taste like a diamond? Might taste like a diamond. Moissanite. $20 is a damn fancy pen. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it was, Amazon. No, it was, whatever this is. Wordsworth in black. It's wooden. Yeah, look at that. It's a fancy ass pen. I have no idea if it's fancy or not. I once knew a guy when I was overseas. He had a $3,000 pen. You rock the failed airman. Is that airman or Armenian? That says airman. I didn't fuck that up. You fucking rock. Happy second day of something Noel? I don't know. He looks so hurt being called fat. Poor Knox. Oh, he's just my best bud. Merry Christmas got a chunk of the Berlin Wall. I'm actually super jealous of that. I love anything history related. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to HLC Grandpa Buff from your favorite retired paramedic. P.S. Hoping to meet you in Badge 502 someday. Anthony is such a cool dude, man. He's a kick in the pants. He did get me sick though, and I think my wife is still sick from him. HLC, love everything you do, but I'll beat you at Pistol Whip any day. Oh, is that the game? Bro, you don't stand a chance. A snowball's chance in hell will fuck you up in Pistol Whip. It's the second day of the 12 days of Christmas, is it? What time did he say ooh? Oh, God. Craft, when are we getting a box opening stream? It's not going to be a stream. It's going to be a mail call, just in case I open something or like, because I try and keep everyone's like addresses hidden. Sometimes I got to blur stuff out. So I don't do it live because it always concerns me that I'm going to give away someone's address. Merry Christmas, HLC. Can I get a Merry Christmas from Growler? And hell yeah. P.S. Had a vegan ex take me out for $100 porterhouse. She stopped being one that night. That's a sex joke, right? That's what I got out of that. Did everyone else get that out of that? Like she ate his meat, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I got out of that. I just hope I understood that right, or if he like actually convinced her to stop eating meat for a porterhouse. I don't know. That's what I received from it. You gonna get yourself a Merry fucking Christmas? Can I get a hell yeah? There you go. I got you. That's how I read it too. Okay, I just did she stop being an ex that night? No, like I mean, I don't know. Slovakian Christmas is weird. It's almost like reverse Hanukkah. Is it? What? I've never even heard of that. Have I seen the flamingo? Yes, I've mentioned the flamingo once or twice in my videos. I mean, ultimately, it's just a ground-based long-distance cruise missile, which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, still hard to make in general. But realistically, it's, I can't remember what I said to Nick. I was in a group chat with Nick, the fat electrician, and Connor was in there, and Nick, I said something to Nick, and he's like, every advancement in human technology either revolves around throwing a rock or boiling water better. And I hate how fucking accurate that is. Because think about it, you throw a rock at somebody, and then we discovered fucking slingshots, and then there was spears, which is ultimately a pointy rock on the end of a chunk of wood that you would throw at somebody, and then we discovered the atlatl, and then we discovered bullets, which is ultimately powder throwing a rock at really, really high rates of speed. And then I was like, well, what about even like, let's go all the way forward to nuclear weapons. It's a radioactive rock that we convince to release all of its pent-up energy in like a split second after we deliver it to you. Yeah, everything revolves around rocks. Fight Examol in the toil of spoiling Viz abandoned auger mine. Oh, okay. I know. I don't know where the Viz abandoned auger mine is. Toil of spoiling Viz. Toil of spoiling. Where is that one at? I gotta figure out where that auger mine is. So NSW requires me to have a plan for succession of my firearms. Would you like a fourth left-handed Tikas and Lithgow LA 101 and 1941 SMLE? I don't know what any of that is, but my favorite type of gun is like free. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. She don't eat meat, but she sure likes the bone. I'm the lady with the bloodhounds I train to track. Trust me, this rot will be with me until he goes. I foster dogs, specifically larger hounds. Yes. Okay, now I remember you. Hi, Brock Sanderson. Hello. 2 times the tomahawk. Yes. Well, it's important to note that... Okay. It's impressive. I'm not downplaying the flamingo, right? It is impressive. There's 2 things, though. Number 1, Uncle Sam always underreports our capabilities. And number 2, the first ever intercontinental range cruise missile was designed by the U.S. It was called the... Fuck.
Would you
what was it off the
intercept
top
me?
of my head?
I'd intercept me.
Avdominus Knox. Hello HLC, how was your Christmas?
It was a good Christmas. It was busy. It was busy because we opened stuff here, then we went over to my in-laws, we ate over there. We opened stuff there, and then we came back here and I had some other stuff that I had left to open. Why are you bringing me the Fritz? He's what? What? Oh, you want me to show him off? Come here, Fritz. Come here, Fritz. Come here. Come here. Fritz got a haircut. I have to show him off. Come here, Fritz. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. So let's put the ears up. She trimmed his ears, and then she also shaved his back. So he had like little, we call them button chops, and now it's all naked. Is there a cruise missile called the fucking Flamingo? Yes, the Ukrainians have designed it. You're a good boy. How about no seatbelt? Okay, I'll put your seatbelt back on. I'll put it back on. But what if it fell off? Okay, I'll put it back on. But what if it fell off? Okay. He's still. It's a day late, but this podcast, the best present I got. Dude, you're fine. Trust me, it's not that bad. Fritz, you want to say hi to everybody?
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Holy shit.
Hey Mr. Linny Crosser, I've been hearing this phrase in a series of videos I like that is quoting a military officer and philosopher from I think the 18th or 19th century. The saying is war is politics by any other means. Do you agree with it?
Would you intercept me?
It's a bit of a stretch, but yes.
I'd intercept me.
Here is your gift. Please keep up the great work. God bless
Holy
you.
shit. Kristen, thank you so much. Weren't you here last Friday? Didn't you drop like 500 in here? Kristen, you don't have to do that. I mean, I'm thankful no matter what. Like, I don't want it to seem ungrateful or anything else like that. But I come here on Friday nights to just like hang out with you guys as best I possibly
Would you
can.
intercept
Fucking
me?
Christ, Wither!
I'd intercept me.
Let's go band for band then.
What is happening? Guys, I'm just, it's the holidays can be kind of tough. So I just decided to, hop on and talk to everyone. I'll get down to your one about the officer quote. I'm still a little behind. The Bloodhounds, got that. Is there anyone playing both sides of anything geopolitically? What's going on with your mom? Did you fly an F-22? How does it feel if you have? Okay, so I've never flown an F-22. My mom is, I don't know. My mom's fine as far as I know. Is there anyone playing both sides of anything geopolitically? The short answer is yes, everyone. That's the easiest way. Like, there's not a single country that is just taking one stance on anything. Everybody is playing both sides. I think that's the easiest way to kind of explain that. Your daughter is one. She used to like commies, now likes the planes that makes the sun. Your 1-year-old daughter is a B-29 fan. That's awesome. AC-130 should sound like Kane or Vegeta. I originally was doing like a Clint Eastwood thing for the AC-130, but I don't know. Cool idea if you can get your hands on a 300 millimeter silicon wafer, polish it into the nerdiest mirror ever. It's what we make your CPU on. I'll get Phoenix a photo of a blank later on tonight. Seriously? 300 millimeter silicon wafer. Jesus, words are hard. Kristen, thank you though so much. I just got down to this. Oh, Kristen, that was you last week? You don't have to do that. I'm incredibly thankful no matter what it is, but I just want you to know, like, I'm just here to hang out with you guys. Like, part of the reason I do this stream on Friday nights, I'm not really a streamer. Like, I would much prefer content creation. However, I know that as I was coming up in the ranks, like as an up and coming like creator, it was very hard for me to like get in contact with any of these creators to maybe ask them questions and things like that. And I thought to myself, what is the safest way both for you and myself to interact? And it was like Friday night streams. So that's why I don't get on here and play video games or anything else. I just shoot the shit with you guys, because this is my way of just like, hey, let's interact, let's talk, about whatever. And I try and I know I missed some of the messages. I'm sorry, guys. I try and get as many as I can. So, but hearing this phrase in a series of videos I like, quoting a military officer and a philosopher that I think the 18th, 19th century, saying that war is politics by any other means. I agree, but also disagree, because there's a different quote that I like to reference that I can't even remember who says it. I think it was Patton. I think it was Patton. It's something like, I'm a soldier. I fight where I'm told and I win where I fight, which that is a Patton quote. I know that for sure. I'm to be used when diplomacy has failed. When you fail at your job, I'm not allowed to fail at mine, something along those lines. So ultimately, every war is a battle of politics, more or less. One side thinks that they have it right. The other side disagrees with it. They can't come to a zone of mutual agreement, and then they start throwing blows at each other. A tale as old as time. Originally it was fists and then sticks and bows and spears, and now it's thermonuclear warheads. So, I mean, it really is politics by any other means. So, yes, but it's just trying to force somebody else by your politics. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yapping line crosser time. Don't you judge me. I'm trying here. What did Anthony just send me? Badge 502 just sent me something. Oh, okay. Anthony's starting a new channel he's going long form, so he can actually do like EMT breakdowns, which I think is going to be good. What about the Taurus missile? Taurus, I don't know if I'm the one familiar with. Sidebar here, it's really wholesome how much you love your wife. We don't see you two interacting a whole lot, but every time we do, it's cute as fuck. That woman is the absolute best part of me, without any measure, without any competitor. And I you know what's crazy is I told her, and I do genuinely believe, and I'm incredibly thankful for every single person out there who watches my videos, followers, subscribes, and stuff like that. I'm incredibly thankful. But I also told her, I was like, I can, never again find anyone like you, because I mattered to her before I ever mattered to people on the internet. And I can't ever go back to that. Like, no amount of disappearing off of the internet is ever going to make that go away. So that's what matters to me. And I've told her that before. So she is the best part of me, without question. Oh shit. I just did the thing. Fritz has the most Joe Dirt hair mullet ever. He does. Where is he at? Oh, he's behind me. He's just chilling out behind me. Woo, escalation. Sorry I'm late. Boxing Day Friday. Nice. Who just sent an image? Phoenix, what did you say? Oh. Huh. That's what you print CPUs on? Valine? How do you get a hold of something like that? Eastern Europe, Netherlands, Poland, 96+% white, but they take migration very seriously, so it ain't easy. That's fair. Poland, I understand the importance and necessity of immigration, especially here in the United States, right? I understand the importance of it. I would never downplay that. I'm from a family of immigrants myself, at least on my mom's side. My dad's, I don't know. They're just procreating with anybody. My mom's side, third generation here. She's full-blooded Italian. They came across in 1904 or something like that through Ellis Island. She has the printout of it, of her so my great-great-grandparents coming through, Italian immigrants. So I never want to downplay that, but I also think it's important. Like, when it comes to immigration, there's no right answer. That's what sucks about it, is because the more you're scrutinizing the people coming in, the chances of somebody who really deserves to be here and like needs a chance isn't going to be let in. But the less you scrutinize, the more probability of a bad person coming in. So it's like it's a shitty situation to be in. I'm not saying Poland has it right, but I'm also not saying they have it wrong. Donald Tusk, the president, I think he's the president of Poland, or prime minister, I'm not sure. He has clearly stated that he was elected to protect and serve the people of Poland. And that doesn't include in bringing in a whole bunch of other people who have their own problems. And that's one way. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that is definitely one way to go about it. And when you compare some metrics of what's happening in Poland to the rest of Europe, you see some very stark differences. So, $100 if I admit the Marines are the best branch. Well, hold on. I mean, I'm not doing this for the money, but But, however, it depends on the best at what. Now, if you say best fighting force, well, how do you measure that metric? If you do it pound for pound, the Army outnumbers the Marines by a significant amount, like 10 to 1, right? If you say they're the best at amphibious assaults, that's also not true. I mean, Normandy proved that. I'm sorry. But the best at consuming crayons with complaining very little, I would definitely say, yeah, Marines are up there. Marines are definitely up there. My branch is its own department, not some sub-department of the Navy. You know, that's fair. That right there, that's a solid logic there. 1,000 an hour is very expensive for an overweight call girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Weapons is so nasty right now. He's so angry.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Assertion 3-letter is the best branch.
Yes. Hold on, I'm trying to think of a fucking either racist or sexist 3-letter acronym. Hold on. Fritz, why are you sniffing my hand? And now you're blipping my hand. Do you want to come back up here? Okay. He is such a baby. He is the biggest baby in the world. He will bug me until I just pick him up and hold him like this. Bangkok, hi ho. Hey, my brother-in-law's there right now. Oh. I would love to hear your thoughts on the PrSM. That's a great question. The PrSM. So the PrSM is the precision strike missile. So you just said PrSM, you said precision strike missile. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I work at a place that manufactures some of the components for them. Love your content. The PrSM is an interesting idea. You know, for a while I was like, why is it taking the PrSM so long to come online? It's just a new missile for the HIMARS, right? Wrong. That is actually God, America just be building shit. Okay, so the PrSM, now it should be getting fielded, I want to say by the end of 27, which is still over a 10-year development phase. And the PrSM is going to be able to hit ground targets. It's going to be able to hit air targets. There's a rumor that it's traveling endoatmospherically, which is inside the atmosphere at around Mach 8 with a range of like 1,900 fucking kilometers. Like, dude, it's insane the amount of shit that they're putting into the PrSM. And this is the thing. When I was like air targets or ground targets, those are two very drastically different targets to hit. If you guys have ever dealt with anything with ballistics, shooting something in the air and shooting something on the ground, different fucking worlds, okay? And you have a missile that can do both. Well, we also got the Camel coming online, the Combined Arms Missile Launcher, the Combined Autonomous Missile Launcher, I think that's what it's called. That'll be able to fire PrSMs, Patriots, fucking ATACMs, you name it. But the crazy thing about the PrSM is they just tested it recently and it shot 6 out of 6 air targets from like 200 kilometers away, which is nuts. Granted, they were rotary wings, so they're not moving very fast, but that's still really fucking insane. So the PrSM, I've been thoroughly impressed with it. And like before I knew much about it, I was like, why is it taking us so long to get this missile online? And then I started like learning and I was like, nah, it checks out. Dude, it'd just be doing 5 megaton warhead. Don't give a fuck if you're air ground targets. You know, you're not wrong. The W44 is just like, I think it's W44 is 5 kiloton. I might be wrong. Might be W66. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, no, fuck you and the cover you're hiding behind and the area you're floating on. I mean, all of it's gone. Just had my 5-year-old cousin ask me, what's this pregnancy test? And told him to ask my sister and my brother-in-law. Proud to be a chaos coordinator. Oh gosh, you should have just handed the kid a GoPro and been like, go ask him, but bring this and just, oh my gosh. I'm actually terrified of the thought of HLC without female supervision. Gonna be real here. What's up, Anna Markey? I did a little collab with Anna Markey. I sent him a little something. I don't know when it's going live, but make sure you shoot me a collab invite whenever it goes live. When the USA negotiates, they send the USMC to render mostly peaceful outcomes. I mean, the Marines are a simple creature. They really are simple creatures. They everything, and I would love that the Army was this way, but they're just not. The Marines, their entire existence revolves around the mission. Now, you think that like all branches are that way. Yes and no. But the Marines, like, if there's an obstacle, okay, cool. This obstacle is the way of me completing my mission. I normally can't do this thing, but because it's in the way of me doing my mission, now I can do this thing. The Army, we like, hey, I can't do this thing. We need to send this up the chain so that they can make a decision. Marines don't do that. So I will say the Marines are very, very good at that. Like, is it in the way of my mission? Cool. I'm going to deal with it. And they just go on and execute. So I will say that they're incredibly good at that. Can I make a tribute song about your channel, characters, and of course, you being the main star of the show, heavy metal song? I'm not going to say no to that. I will say that there's a guy, he goes by Warrior Shaman, and he has done some of my characters. He actually has a really cool song about Buff. It's like the heavy metal Buff song, and it goes pretty fucking hard. But I am a metalhead, and I will always listen. I'm all about it. As a woman, I appreciate the love for your wife. That woman, my everything, I'm telling you. I'm a Marine. It took a nerdy, lovable, and highly intelligent engineer who knows physics and chem at a high level to calm my ass down. I will tell you, all it took for me was a lot of patience. What did you think I was going to show you guys there? There was just patience. I love the woman to death. God, she's on my last nerve all the time, and I'm on her last nerve, but it's, it is what it is. I cherish that woman. She's so good to me. When will the Trump class get its official debut, Grandpa Buff voice?
Listen, if it finally comes to fucking fruition in 2030 when they say that it's going to, oh, you bet your ass. I'm going to make that son of a bitch have its own goddamn voice.
Marines versus Army Friday Live. Is it? You're going to need more Marines. Because this is the thing. You're like, oh, Marines, we're tough. We can break through this. We can break through that. All I got to do is say, all right, guys, we're sitting down, and the first competition is a math test. The Marine Corps is severely outgunned. Now, if it was like, hey, we're going to, what is he doing? Where's the Fritz? What are you doing? Where are you, Fritz? Did my wife come and get him? I don't know where he went. And I'm scared to move. Where's your brother? No, it's okay. It's okay. Big old boy's limping. We got about 5 minutes till protocol 4. Hey, my good boy. You want to come on up here? Oh, come on up. Come on, old boy. Oh, that's a good boy. Where's your brother? Did you take Fritz? You have him now? Okay. I don't know how he escaped. Escapade. Certain 3 letters, the best branch? Yes, the LGC, the lesbian, gay, and canards. Do you guys think that we could start, like, I could make a shirt for LGBTQIA, but like add in C for canards?
Would you intercept
and
me?
sell it as like a pro gay shirt and get away with it?
Scanned a box at work a week or so ago and the scanner alarmed and showed on-screen intercept. First thing in my head was to make lip smacking sounds, then say, oh, I'll intercept you in the kid's voice. I blame you for this.
You know what? That would have been an applicable use of free will right there. That's what you should have done. Somebody, do it. Maybe for Pride Month, I wonder if I get away with like making a Pride shirt. I'll make a Pride shirt for the Eurofighter Typhoon. I don't even know. Oh my God. Oh man.
Intercept me.
I kind of want a Christmas bullet character if only because of how much I hate that absolute piece of garbage.
A Christmas bullet? What the heck? Wait, what is a Christmas bullet? I'm so confused. Not gonna lie, I will wear that shirt. Am I trying to get canceled? Maybe. Yeah, Fritz was kind of Dogpool. It's the same breed of the dog as Dogpool. In 2008, when my unit went to Hohenfelds, we had a company of Marines attached. They were awesome at calling out our company commander for his retarded formations while the exercise was live. Exactly. Dude, when it's time for the mission takes priority. You don't need to be having people boxes. We've gotten so, oh my God, dude. For example, okay. Oh, you got me on a tangent now. Why in the fuck do we still have CQ? We have staff duty. They're doing their jobs. They're doing their checks. CQ for what? CQ was originally there when cell phones didn't exist. You would call the CQ desk and say, hey, go get me private so-and-so. He lives in this room. Why do we still have that?
Would you intercept me?
Gary.
I'd intercept me.
Marines would not be as good of a fighting force without the Navy bringing them to the fight.
Where's
Our Navy?
Dude.
Semper Fortis.
Gary, what there's a like a meme or something somewhere that shows like the Air Force like flying through the air and the Army's like hanging onto the bottom of them and just like going into combat, and then there's the Navy like trudging through the water and there's a Marine on their back like with a knife in their mouth. It's one of the funniest fucking comics I've ever seen. It's like, yeah, we need a way to get there. Like once we get there, it's like the bad guy's that way. Cool. We're going to just delete that way. Let's do that. Deep dive video on the history of air defense systems, World War I to modern day. Love the content as always. So I did that a while back. I did the history of air defense part 1 and part 2. Kind of broke down how they happen, at least in the US side of things. Yeah. And his Prismatism Spark. You got me, dude. You got me. Marine Corps is also very good at doing more with less. Also true. Example, early World War II, the Marines were still using crap from the First World War, while the Army had everything we think of as World War II equipment. That is absolutely accurate. John Basilone, perfect example of this. Water-cooled M1919, I think it was the 30 millimeter. I always thought it was an M2 for the longest time, and then I watched that show, The Pacific, and I realized John Basilone was using a water-cooled 30 cal. Wait, you use kilometers, not freedom units?
Would you intercept me?
They're nice round kilometers on the
I'd
thing.
intercept me.
Okay, I must get going. I will be playing Space Marines 2. Hit me up if you want to play.
Will do. I picked it up. I think I've gotten like the second level, but thank you so much for being here, Wither. I really, really appreciate you being here, man. Army Ordnance. Let's ask somebody. If there's a will, there's a way. Yep. My father. That's never something you want to hear. Go get more Marines. How's the beard treating you so far? Much better now. I actually need to go get it trimmed. It's getting kind of long. Put the prism in on the vampire. Vampire's too small. The missile weighs more than than the entire truck and everything that is on board that system. Vampire is a cool system. It is it's truck mounted, rocket launching, or maybe it's drone launching. I can't remember. I can see it in my head, but I don't know if it's drone's the Coyote. The Vampire is the rocket one. Short range surface to air, I think. Missiles. Yes. All right, we have Protocol 4. Protocol 4. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Let me get the horns going. Come on, open. We have Protocol 4. Yep. Hold your applause. I have an applause button too. Can you maybe speak?
Would you intercept me?
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'd intercept me.
Love the B2.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You know how many gummies I'm going to fucking get with that right there? It's fucking awesome, Kristen. Hell yeah. Hey, you just borked it back at me. There you go. That's a good boy. Protocol 4, yes. So Protocol 1, what is the Titanfall protocols? I remember Protocol 3. I think Protocol 1 is uphold the mission. Hang on, let me do some Googling. Okay, Protocol 1 is link to pilot. Protocol 2, uphold the mission. And Protocol 3 is protect the pilot. I have Protocol 3 on my left leg. Big Titanfall fan. But Protocol 4 is give the snacko to the big boy. We need boots in space. We do. It's Mr. Habitual. I am Mr. Habitual. That's me. I'm also tooting right now, and you guys can't hear it because I have a compressor mic, condenser mic, whatever. Marines would be good at fighting for. Yep. Oh, sorry. I don't know why people think Marines are dumb. I know my colors, numbers, and calibers. I know when to do toys for tots and when to be hyper aggressive. What else do you want from me? No, that's actually pretty fucking fair. That's kind of all you need to be a Marine. That really is. Wow. Huh. Agree. USN all day. Hoo-yah. Hoo-yah. This is the thing. You know, it's funny. Every single other branches, like saying that they have, I don't even know what you would call that, sounds weird to whatever branch you're in. You know what I'm saying? So like to Marines, that, you know, oorah, like that sounds normal to them. Probably the way they say it, you know, it's like oorah or whatever. I don't care. But to them, the Army version, hua, sounds fucking weird. But to me, hua is like second fucking nature. Like, especially when you're like an E9. All right, hua, everybody gather around. What we're going to do is we're going to take care of each other this weekend, hua. And you're going to make sure everyone gets back safe, hua. You're going to call each other. Have yourself a good battle buddy, hua. And we're going to clean those doggone barracks, hua. Now, it's just second nature to me, okay? Like, it's there. But hoo-yah, out of all of them, sounds the fucking worst to me. It's so strange. I have a brother who retired from the Navy and a sister who's still in the Navy. And it's fucking hoo-yah sounds... I want to punch myself in the dick every time I hear it. Now you guys are going to start spamming hoo-yah. But yeah, it's called a battle. Is it a battle cry? Coast Guard noise? Heard and understood. Is that what it's supposed to mean in the Air Force? Is the Air Force the same? Is the Air Force hoo-yah or is it hua? Well, Air Force could be hua because they used to be part of the Army until they decided to be gay. Yes, I'm making fun of the Air Force. I know, my entire platform is based around aircraft. I'm fully aware, but I still like to talk my shit. When they were the Army Air Corps, they were men. They won World War II. And then they're like, but my feelings. We say real words. What do you say? What do you... No, it's okay, or yes, sir, or sure. What do the Canadians say? Canadians... Don't you know? That's fucking, don't you know? All right. All right, don't you know? We got some war to be doing here, don't you know? And we're going to be, you need to make sure my barracks are clean, don't you know? And, oh, man. You say? The Christmas Bullet was a plane, only two were built, and both killed their respective test pilots by getting in the air and the wings tore off. I have never heard of the Christmas Bullet. I'm gonna look. Actually, you know what? Weapons, do me a favor. Send me some details on that. Weapons loves researching. So let me look into that. So proud of starting an interbranch battle here. You know, Eric, you've been on it, man. All right, let me see. Dear HLC, I got a certificate of retirement for Christmas celebrating 2025 12/31. Congratulations, Skydro. Is it Skydro? Hey, thank you very much for your service. Thank you very much for what you've done. I got my certificate out there. It's worth it, man. Protocol 4 is feed the pooches. What branch can complete a math test the fastest? Well, originally I would say the Air Force. I would initially, like my brain goes, Air Force can probably complete that the fastest. But Air Force also doesn't work really well under pressure, and they're easily spooked. So what am I researching? Christmas Bullet. Apparently there's two test planes that they made called the Christmas Bullets, and they both killed their respective pilots. Correctly? Well, okay, that's actually a very fair point, because like, who can complete a math test the fastest? Marines. They're just going to eat it and then threaten the math teacher or the proctor, whoever's giving the exam. But correctly, that's a very solid, you know, that's actually a great question, because correctly is a very important variable. With the old breed was required reading from a military history class. Took it the last semester. It counted for general education requirements in my engineering degree plan. I need to, once my life slows down a little bit, I do want to go to college, probably for American history, just get a history degree. I'm not that great of a writer, but I'm passionate about American history because like this is the thing, history started in 1776. Everything before that was a mistake. Now I know some of you are real history nerds in here. You're going to be like, wait a minute, all of the branches of the military started in 1775. Have you ever worked for the federal government? That checks out. Okay. I love this experiment in fucking, some say it's an experiment in democracy. Others will argue that it's a, constitutional republic, whatever this thing that the United States is. I love it. I absolutely adore it. And I wouldn't have it any other way. But sometimes we be doing some fuck ass shit. We just do it. It is what it is. The 80s and the Air Force were civilians in uniform. That tracks. Tank gunner, we're good, man. Coast Guard is hootie hoo. Hold on. Ooh. As a Marine, I have to shout out the Coasties. Why do they have brass balls? I'm kind of pissed at a giant wuss about cold water protocol 4 now. I did the protocol 4. He already got like 2 of them. But I will say this, okay? As much shit as we want to give the Coasties, I mean, the Coasties didn't save the army, okay? Like, let's just get that there. Let's just push that away. No Coastie saved an army guy, at least an important army guy. You know what I'm saying? But Chesty Puller was saved by the only Coast Guard whoever got the Congressional Medal of Honor, which is probably why he got the Congressional Medal of Honor. They ran their. If you've never heard that story, I made a video about it a while back. Oh God, what the hell's his name? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. It's spelled weird. Oh my God. It's spelled very fucking weird. Been a bad week. Good to see you. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. Just hang out. We're just chilling. We got another like 50 minutes of just chilling here.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
The Christmas bullet was designed by an actual medical doctor by the name of William Whitney Christmas. Yes, that was his actual name. He was the single most successful con man in the history of early aviation.
That's nuts. I've never even heard of that. Now I kind of want to look into it. The Christmas bullet was designed by an actual medical doctor in the name of William. Actual name. He was the single most successful con man. I don't know. I've met some successful con men. Douglas Monroe, by the way, was the name of the Coast Guardsman who got the Congressional Medal of Honor. I want to say it was Guadalcanal. I can't remember exactly where it was, but off the top of my head, what I'm remembering is basically he worked in one of the picket boats, and Chesty Puller and his Marines were fucking pinned down, and the Japanese were closing in on him, and he didn't want to lose all those Marines, so he was a gunner, and they ran their picket boat aground, and he sat there with a machine gun holding off the Japanese while the rest of the picket boat started pulling them off of the shore, pulling the Marines off of the shore. And then he was shot a couple of times, and then as they got him away from the shore, his only question before he died was, did all the Marines get off? So fucking stones. Like Douglas Monroe, a fucking G. Like the man, and that was, I mean, that's kind of just a brief overview of what exactly happened, but yeah. Or Higgins boat. There you go. Not picket boat. Higgins boat. Fucking, I don't know why I said picket boat. But yeah, I fuck with that guy. You're my top watch according to my YouTube algorithm? Aw, you guys are so nice. I don't know why I'm pushing my man titties together. I don't know why that's where my head went. Fucking whatever. Mr. Internet Esquire kind of points out what you guys did in 1776 based off previous history like the Magna Carta. Yes. Jake is crazy fucking smart. And he knew that going in to that was going to be significant. Happy Grotmas from Gork and Mork. Okay. I hope the Red Gobbo brought you lots of presents for Grotmas. I used Sunrow AI to make a song about the Wellmont incident. Surprisingly sounds really good. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear. Now I'm going to have to listen to it. Send it to one of my mods in my Discord because they'll send it to me. No army saved the army either. No trash talk about Chesty either. Hey. I didn't trust trash talk Chesty. Chesty was a G. Chesty was war as fuck. I will say Chesty was better in one aspect of warfare than Patton was. And I know that's, this is going to be a hot take. It's going to be a hot take. Okay. I love like both of them. Let's just get this one thing straight. Chesty and Patton shit all over MacArthur. MacArthur's a fucking joke. Okay, MacArthur's a fucking loser. He's a joke. He saved his own fucking skin. He abandoned his guys on fucking Bataan, and he fucking pushed into North Korea when he shouldn't have. He was all about his fucking glory, and he's just a douche canoe. And the world is better without General MacArthur. But I digress. So, the one thing that I will say Chesty is much better at than Patton, they're both war as fuck. They like to fight, and they are ready to fight. Okay. Patton didn't think that PTSD was an actual thing. He lacked empathy towards his troops. And I think that's because mentally he viewed them more as a tool than as a human. Chesty, on the other hand, was better at empathy. Which one is better in a wartime environment? An argument can be made either way. I personally think that, and I used to teach all my students, you lead with logic, empathy, and understanding. If you lead with those three things, you will do well, okay? If you try and lead with an iron fist, you're never going to learn anything, and your guys are going to turn on you the second they get a chance to. MacArthur should be erased from the history books. Gary is asking the real questions, okay? Nico would say that's just Army. HLC versus the world. What country would you pick to be on our side? U.S. versus the world. Pick to be on our side. If it was just us against the entire world. China. They have the population and they have the ability to produce. It's just their entire fleet and their plans are just hot dog water right now. So if we were able to reinforce and do proper quality control, they could start cranking out ships, planes, boats, you name it, like no one's fucking business. And they have the bodies. We have the firepower. We have the guns. They have the bodies to use them. So good night, Chesty, wherever you are. Guns. Lots of guns. Ever thought we'd have a fight a lot between services, have the best integrated military service in the world? We absolutely do. And what's the thing? It's just like siblings. Don't get me wrong. I will absolutely talk shit about Marines to Marines. There's no doubt in my mind. However, if I'm watching the skies and I'm fucking smoking things, right? Because I got to use it from my old job. If I'm fighting and I have a Harrier out there, a Marine Corps Harrier or a Marine Corps F-18, and they're in some bad shit, I'm going to tell them, head straight for my pat side. I'll kill everything chasing you. No one touches my fucking flyboys. Whether you're a Marine or you're Air Force, no one touches my people. And then once that Marine lands, I'm going to be like, yeah, you were a scared little bitch. But guess what? He's going to be alive. No one touches my people. I will kill anyone who touches my people. Do you have tamales or pozole? Both are delicious, but if I have the choice between pozole and menudo, I am one of the few white boys in this world who actually likes menudo. Over on the Black Pants Legion Text Talks history video. Okay, I'll have to take a look, man. 24 years ago in boot, you went through Navy boot, didn't you? Because in the Navy, isn't the barracks you live in like Monroe Hall or something like that, named after him? Poland or Austria? Geography. Are you saying which one would I rather fight in, or when will I shave my beard? If we, how do I word this? I don't really want to. I think it looks very fitting on me. I think it looks good. And I've had people in person, dudes in person, mind you. When you get a compliment from a dude, especially a straight dude, you know it's real, okay? You know it's fucking real. When you get a compliment from some hussy out there, I don't know if that's true. You could just be trying to get a hold of my flesh rocket. I don't want that. This magical meat whistle is for one, ladies. You get your scarlet letter out of here, okay? I don't know why I went into that tangent. But anyways, I was told that my beard looks very good. But if we were to do something for a charity or cancer research or something like that, without fucking question, I would shave it off for that. I would do that in a heartbeat. Because like for me, like being able to do stuff like that for others, that's worth way more to me than any beard, any facial hair. Like if I had hair on my head, I'd shave it too. I don't give a shit. Oh my God, I love Sophie's. I'm sure that's not how you spell it, but they're delicious. Sophie. I want to agree with you. I don't know what we're talking about though. Did I say something? I probably said something. That is a good beard. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. My wife hates it. She's not a huge fan, but it's okay. The story of Christmas Bullet is really a story of William Whitney Christmas, the scam artist. I mentioned him last Christmas. Watch the PBL vid. Okay, if you got the vid, shoot it over to like weapons or something like that, and I'll have him shoot me the YouTube vid. I don't have a lot of time to watch everything, but I'm hoping my schedule kind of chills out. Yeah. Can donated hair end up in crime scenes? I mean, I wasn't thinking about donating my hair, but like it would be like, hey, if we can raise, I don't know, $10,000 for cancer research at like St. Jude or something, then I would shave off my beard, and I would do it over a span of like 2 or 3 months to try and, you know, because like I don't mind shaving off my beard, it's not a big deal, but I do care about trying to raise money for, you know, like cancer research and stuff like that. Because cancer fucking sucks. I don't care who you are. Cancer fucking sucks. What German equipment will get the Arnold voice? I don't know. I did something with it one point in time, and I can't remember what I did. Tell me you've gotten some oil by now. For the beard? No, I need to. You gotta understand, dude, like I don't like spending money on anything. Except my wife. If she needs anything, it's just like, here you go. I don't care. I just hate spending money. I prefer my guy with the beard now. I met him when he was in active duty and barefaced. Ooh, babyface. My wife wishes I was babyface. If I told her that we were donating to like some, and maybe I'll do that this year. I wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Maybe raise money for like a good cause and then shave off my beard. I'll see if I can get any of the other guys in it too. I doubt any of them will. Nick won't shave his beard. I asked him, I was like, is there like a charity amount that we could raise to get you to shave your beard? And he said, no, there's no amount. And that's fine, to each their own. Since I like Titanfall and Mech Warrior, well, I'm not a Mech Warrior fan. I am a Titanfall fan. I suggest looking into Steel Bounty. You should also look into Still Flips Unsub Tism vibes. Still Flips Ups? I'm down. I'll take a look. Do me a favor. Send a link to one of my mods, because I just get it all through them. They filter everything for me. So glad I got to catch the last of the stream. Oh, we still going? We still got 40 minutes. We big chillin'. Holy hell, meat missile. I just had a coffee come out of my nose. My bad. Arnold's Austrian. You know what's funny? I met this guy. He goes by Huber Knives. What's his first name? I can't remember his first name, but Huber Knives. And he is Austrian. And me and this dude immediately clicked. He's super fucking cool, man. He's an awesome guy. I introduced him to frozen custard. He's like, it tastes like ice cream. And I was like, yeah, that's basically what it is. But in the United States, based off of the dairy content in the frozen thing you're eating, it's either ice cream, frozen yogurt, frozen custard, or fucking sherbet. It really depends on the dairy content. And we were just sitting there eating some fucking frozen custard, and he looked at me. He's like, "Do you want to know the best jokes that Austria has ever pulled off?" Because he's Austrian. And I said, "Oh, what's that?" And he goes, "We started 2 world wars, and everybody blames Germany." And I was like, "He's fucking right." And that completely changed my outlook on how. Yeah. Magical meat missile. There's small tortilla bowls filled with delicious meat and salsa verde. Sounds delicious. PZH 2000. Is that that's a firearm, isn't it? I'm the missile guy, man. Oh yeah, sorry. I read that. Cancer sucks ass. Lost my dad to it. I've lost an uncle, a cousin. Actually, I'm sorry, 2 uncles, a cousin, a couple other people to it. Cancer sucks. It fucking sucks. Your mom graduated from chemo Christmas Eve. Fuck cancer. She like graduated like it's in remission? Dude, that is awesome, Tony. Hold on. I hope I got that right, man. A good beard oil could help Mrs. Linecrosser like your beard. Then I may have to get some. Locks of Love LLC. My little sister has donated to Locks of Love 2 or 3 times in her life. 12 inches each time. She used to go in, like grow her hair out super long, and then she would chop off 12 inches of it and go give it to him. Yeah, send it to us. That's what we don't get paid for. Yeah, you know, well, this is the thing. Wolfram, you would get paid. It's just, you know, the checks never make it through the mail to you in Canada. You know, I don't know what you're doing, dude. And his entire thing, he's like, oh, Canada's so great, don't you know? And then I try and send him like some merch, like, hey, man, here's some shirts and hats and like just some stuff for you. You know, thank you for being you. And Canada's like, oh, we don't know what to do with American mail up here, don't you know? We're just going to light it on fire and throw it out there in the woods with the moose. And I don't know what happened to it. It's just gone. It's just gone. Holy fuck, that's so fucking true. Dude, twice. It's not Canada, it's UPS. Okay, fair enough. What you drinking, HLC? I'm a basic bitch and the guy with White Claws in my kitchen making some cookies. Right now, I'm not drinking anything. I actually ran out of water a little while ago. I got 2 empty cups here I gotta fucking take back in the kitchen. But I'll probably be having a gummy after this. How fast could we fold? The U.S. fold everything north of Panama Canal? Should the U.S. have taken it during the Manifest Destiny or World War II? That's a wonderful question. I don't think we should have taken it. I mean, because like, anyone we have a border with, we're going to have an issue with. Anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. If you have a border on your country, there's going to be something coming across that border that you don't like. I don't know why. Smugglers just poof, overnight they pop up. It's so strange. You look anywhere in the world, something is being smuggled either in or out of a country where it's not allowed. Dude, it's insane. Canada will weaponize moose. You know what's crazy that I didn't learn until recently? Did you know that one of the things, and I don't know why, I watch a lot of documentaries and my brain's like, you're going to retain this forever. And I don't know why it does, but it does. Okay. Did you know one of the things that is considered within the dietary spectrum of an orca is moose? Now you might be wondering, do they just run up on the shore and eat moose? No, moose have been known to swim out and dive up to 20 feet underwater to eat kelp, which is where orcas will eat them. Why did we ever think riding those things in a giant fucking fishbowl was a good idea? I mean, like, I get it. You know, everyone's like, oh, they're gentle giants. They've never killed anyone outside of captivity. Cool, then keep them outside of captivity. I mean, we got ones off the coast of Spain that are hunting down rich people's yachts, which is funny as hell. If that was one of you who convinced orcas somehow, like trained them with like whistles and shit to hunt down rich people's yachts, fucking 10 out of 10. Beautiful, gorgeous. I love it. But they're getting smarter, and I don't know why. What is my dog's name? That one back there, the big white one, that is Knox, Knox. He is my best buddy. The ultimate predator. It's hard to swim with hooves sometimes. You know, I don't disagree with you, but yeah, they are the ultimate predator. There's nothing like when you look at like top predator on land, us, which is strange, but it's just because of our brains, right? Top predator in the ocean, orca, 100% of the time. No drinks gay. I know. Well, Protocol 420. Yeah, dude. Moose are just horned horses with bad backs. Kind of. Have you ever seen a moose? They're like a horned Clydesdale. And I don't know about the bad back thing. They move at like 30, 40 miles an hour. They're quick. They are big, and they got a problem with everything. Would that be the smallest border possible? Or that would be the smallest border possible, as if we pushed all the way down there? I mean, yes, but even so, Mexico has a border, and it's almost like the DMZ. Like their border, they have a border wall with it's not Venezuela, it's Honduras. Nicaragua. I think it's Nicaragua. But anyways, yeah, they got like a fucking border wall and shit's still coming across. Don't Google Slovenia post office Glock. And remember, gun control works. I've never even heard of that. Orcas are assholes, not as bad as dolphins, but still assholes. Yes, dolphins, from what I understand, are very Jeffrey Epstein-ish. Okay? If you guys get what I'm saying. But for all ages. Mother Nature, be aware of your surroundings. They eat live shark liver. Yep. Knox is named after General Knox from Borderlands. Well, he's named after Fort Knox because he's sturdy. He is a sturdy dude. But he has 2 brain cells inside that head, and they are competing for 3rd place at any given time. He is not smart. I love him. I love him more than life itself. He is my best friend in the entire world. But he knows nothing. He exists in this world strictly to fart and eat his own farts. He does that quite often. I will see him like fart into his own face because he's slow. I love that dipshit. I wouldn't have him any other way. But he was never gonna be like, oh, I'm a smart police dog. I'm a drug sniffing dog. He is a fart sniffing dog. That's all he was ever destined for. And I'm okay with that. Okay. Otters are worse than dolphins that had to import swans into Florida because of otters. I know that giant otters have killed humans before. Like, I used to think otters, like, oh, otters are so cute. No, they will drown your ass. Top aquatic predator is hippo. Top land predator is the hippopotamus. Dude, hippos don't exist anywhere where there are orcas. I don't think orcas would pick that fight just because orcas are kind of like, look, if you're not something I'm used to eating, I'm going to leave you alone because they're smart. I still think in the water an orca is going to take a hippo. I really do. I really do. I mean, the hippo's going to land some hits. They look fat, but they're pretty much a fucking muscle truck with, you know, what are they, 8-10-inch tusks? Like they're scary and they're angry. They have a real problem with everything. But yeah. Leadership, I went 09, still used today. National Youth Leadership Training. I also staffed in 2010. Went to in 09. Oh, okay. What is that in reference to? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand. Army Strong and Army Smart. Mexico does not border Honduras. It borders Guatemala and Belize. Look, man, I didn't have a map in front of me. I know it borders some other shit down there. Look, we could have just kept pushing until we hit Panama. But you know what? You said it borders Guatemala and Belize? I don't believe you. I don't have any friends. My mods volunteered for this job. And they regret it every second of the day. Oh, man. Mexico borders Guatemala. See, look, man, I'm not the geology guy. I'm not the geology. Oh, geography. Yeah, there you go. So Knox is a Marine. We'll go with that. Someone must have seen a moose eating seaweed underwater, and just by then the same moose get eaten by an orca. Their therapist got a Bentley. Can you imagine that? Like, you're like snorkeling, you got a dry suit on, you're up in Alaska somewhere, it's the summertime, you know, because the water up there stays fucking cold year round. You're like snorkeling in some bay, you see a moose come out from, you know, the trees across from you, like, oh, it's a moose, and then you like see it dive down and like pop up and it's just chowing down on some kelp. You're like, man, that's fucking cool. And then you see an orca just mow that son of a bitch down. Yeah, no, their therapist got a Bentley. That's terrifying. No, I meant geology. That's not a thing. What's not a thing? Job implies payment. Looks around. No money. Hold on. Look. I don't have enough for chicken nuggets. But yes, Knox might be a Marine. Sperm whale would kick an orca's ass. 1v1 Okay, 1v1, I think a sperm whale can go deeper. I know that for sure, right? Because sperm whales also hunt like fucking giant sea squids, and those only exist like fucking way down in the ocean, right? And I know they also have teeth, but I mean, orcas are smart, man. Sperm whales, like, don't get me wrong, they're very well, you know, they're well off with what their body allows them to do. But I still think orcas got it. The orca would drag it deep to deep water than drown it. You're talking about the moose, the moosen. Instead of saying that's gay, I'm saying canards. You know what? It's gonna keep spreading. I don't even know how it ended up that way. I said it one time, and now people are like, that's it. Canards are gay. They're gonna just be gay forever. And then I saw that render of the F-47, and it had canards, and I was like, God damn it. And then the Air Force was like, that's not what it looks like. And oh, thank God. But people are still like, you mean this thing that has canards? And I was just like, send them the article where the Air Force is like, yeah, no, it looks nothing like that. Moose won't eat saltwater stuff like that. What do you mean moose won't eat saltwater stuff like that? It's literally something I learned on a goddamn fucking documentary, that moose will be eaten by orcas because they dive and eat kelp, especially during wintertime. Look, Wolfram, I'm just telling you what the documentary says. Take it up with National Geographic. I think it was National Geographic. Might have been Nat Geo. I don't know. I know my dog farted when he gets up and leaves my side. Then the stink hits. Lucky he's cute. Also terrorize. I only terrorize weapons a little. You know, it's my favorite thing to terrorize weapons. It is my favorite pastime. Oh man. Yeah, no, Nox, he also gets really like ashamed. He farts like a grown man. It's not like a little like a little air coming out and then he kind of walks away. Which he does. He's the guiltiest dog on the planet. But it sounds like just straight up like man fart, like, and then he'll look at me and I'm like, dude, really? And then he just walks away. I'm like, you fucking asshole. The hippo, dive. Oh, you're talking about the hippo. Like it'll just take it out in deep water and drown it? Probably. I learned geology so I could find golden treasure and stuff. Franklin plushies. I know. I'm still waiting. They're not here yet. F-47 better go with the no canards. I mean, if it has canards, I'm going to just roast our enemies with a gay plane. I'm going to make a gay plane. That's going to happen. Like that, period. Straight up. It's happening. They do swim in salt water, sometimes crossing channels to islands, yes, and have been preyed upon by orcas in the ocean, but they don't hunt them. I'm not saying active like I'm just swimming around waiting for a fucking moose. It's yes, I'm aware it's a crime of opportunity, but they have been known to eat moose. Moosin, a flock of moosin, many much moosin out in the woods, in the woodsin. And the moose want the food because the food is to eat is in. We're pluralizing everything now. Fuck you. Will it have rainbow camouflage? It might. When they're already dead, when you're already you know what? I'm not going to finish that statement because I like you, Wolfram. Somehow. I don't know why. I have no clue why I tolerate you. Meated. Nox blames HLC for his farts. He probably does, but I be tooting too. Like, so, all right, guys, I'm so glad I'm married because I wear a mouth guard because I grind my teeth and I wear a CPAP. But I have like a CPAP on steroids because there's CPAP and then there's BPAP and then there's ASV. And then right above ASV, you know what's above that? A respirator. I have an ASV. I stop breathing like 90 something times an hour or something like that, right? And sometimes my throat doesn't want to agree with me wearing that ASV, okay? And sometimes my stomach gets full of air and I wake up and I sound like Tarzan blown into a fucking conch shell. So that's fair. Slay Queen launches an AIM-9X. Oh shit, that's funny. The plural of moose is mooses, yes. Mooses or meese? B1 does not have canards. Okay, Weapons probably knows this better than I do. Okay, they look like canards. Do they pitch like canards? Like, obviously, those little tiny things aren't going to turn that whole ass aircraft, but are they there? Like, they got to serve a purpose. They're not pointless. This is me triggering the Warhammer fans in chat. Gilliam X Yvrain is canon, deal with it. I don't know that reference. I'm still just reading the Horus Heresy right now. I've gotten like part of the way through the third book, about halfway through the third book. The F-47 will be in the hangar. The F-22 will be getting intercepts, so the F-47 is in the closet. Yes. Don't tell Grandpa Buff. I'm going to have way too much fun with that character. Fuck it. I hope he comes with canards. Is there known cases of killer whales eating moose in Alaska and British coastal areas? It says there are known cases. Yes. Herd of moose. Mises. Moosin. They're a flock. It's not a herd. It's a flock of moosin. Like oxen. That's what it is. It's oxen. It's like oxen, but it's moosin. It's a flock of moosin. There we go. Yvrain is a greater heresy than Horus. Really? So they're T-Rex arms that keep the bird balanced. Wait, hang on. Did weapons say they keep the fuselage from flexing? So but they don't pitch? Do they not pitch? Canard curious. There's no reason that should be so funny. There's no reason. The B1's canards are part of a vibration dampening system that are called control vanes. Huh. A herd of oxen are a boxen. That's a boxen of oxen. She's an elder. I don't know what those are yet. They haven't been referenced in any of the books that I've read so far. They knew they move, but not due to the pilot. Okay, so it's like an involuntary thing, kind of like how the F-16 has fucking Tourette's, because it has computers that make micro adjustments because the plane is designed to be unstable so it can turn like a motherfucker. So those things kind of just do their own thing based on what the pilot tells the rest of the plane to do. That checks out. Eldar space elves. Oh, okay. So they'll keep the B-1 straight. Not with where they're located at. Canard curious. Fuck. Oh my God. That had no business being that fucking funny. That had no business. It's just moose. It's a herd of moose. Look, Hemlock Actual. We're shit posting in here. We are not talking like normal people. We are making shit up. Is it a Congress? Is it a murder? A murder of moosin. Yes, like fucking like crows. It's a murder of moosin. Moose is the plural. No, it's not. Moosin, like oxen. No, we are shit posting in here. That is what we're doing. The big yellow one is the sun. He knows. Brian Regan. Moose is the plural. No, it's not. F-16, let's fly this way. A mob of is that really kangaroos called a mob? Eldar also birthed the fourth chaos god Slanesh, Prince of Excess, due to them being degenerate and debauched as a society. See, I don't understand. There's chaos gods being born? See, I didn't even know that. Guess or goose? Goosenite. Next question. I will not elaborate. Moose shit posting? Yes. How do you pluralize moose? Think of the worst way to pluralize moose. A moose once bit your sister? Should have uppercutted that moose. They have a very hard face. You would probably have broken your hand. And it might have killed you. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Meeson. Mises. A mess of moosin. A mess. That's a good one. A masher of moosin. Ooh. Fun fact, sharks are afraid of orcas and will abandon hunting grounds if an orca is sensed there. I call orcas the oppressive Oreo sea pandas. You know, you're not wrong. I know that like out of everything in the ocean, and like an orca will eat it. Literally everything that is out there. Whales, sharks, anything else that exists in the world, an orca will eat. Although I don't know if orcas have eaten giant squid. I know sperm whales have, but I don't know if orcas have. I don't know if they dive that deep to run into them. For the next fight, Lord of the Rings is the best series ever written. Well, best is kind of arbitrary. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the term arbitrary is, if I remember the definition correctly, is a statement of presumed fact based off of opinion. So, basically what I'm saying is, that's your opinion, bro. You can feel that way. Wait, did someone say the correct plural is actually esom? Oh, moose backwards. I like it. He is accurate. A group of kangaroos is called a mob. I did not know that. Plural for moose is moose. No, it's not. We're shit posting here. This is what we do. We shit post around here, and it is a flock or a murder or a congress, maybe a mob of moosin or mooses or moosinites. Watch out for honey badgers. Bro, honey badgers don't give a fuck. It's just moose. No, it's not weapons. I know you have an English degree. I know this is driving you fucking nuts right now. I love it. It's meese. Yes, meese is a good one. I was pining for the fjords. It was pinning for the fjords. I know what a fjord is. Ray, I'd ask if anyone asks if you're a god. The XB-70 had canards. It just can't bring myself to call that plane gay, though. Too cool and badass. I mean, it was pretty badass. The XB-70 was pretty badass. I still need to introduce that character for a state of mind. HLC used to ride the deer.
Would you intercept me?
Goosenite.
I'd intercept me.
Goosenite, kryptonite for Canadians.
Oh, Goosenite, kryptonite for Canadians. I love it. Oh, man. Wolfram is going to be so pissed at that. It's great. Just the thought, if you and Rich ever do a show together, name them Eat 'em at Night would be awesome. Merry late Christmas, HLC. Keep up the grind. I would love, if I had time, I would do a show with Rich where we just go around the country on ride-alongs with different police forces. I would love to do that show. But I don't think he and I could get the time off to do it. All I'm hearing is the B1 is a veiny bone. It's a very veiny bone. Meeson, a mosque of moose. Mob of moosins. Split-toed antlers anger ponies. It's a little wordy, but I like it. We will be doing Buff's girlfriend video. I have a freaking history degree. Yes. Sooner or later. I kind of like just stringing weapons on because it affects him emotionally and mentally. It's great. Oh, man. I know it's just my opinion. I'm just trying to start shit. Oh, you're good, Eric. Are you arbitrarily canard asking for a friend? No, I like the ladies. Well, one specifically. You know what's funny is there's this girl at my gym. I know it's crazy to think that I go to the gym, right? There's this girl at my gym, and I've talked about this before, and she mean mugs everybody in there, to include myself. And I'm a bit of an empath. So I want to approach and be like, look, I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry. You seem very upset at me and everyone else in here. Is there anything I can do to help you? But there's no way to have that conversation. So it's funny. I was telling my wife that last night. I was like, you should go to the gym with me so I can make you go talk to her. And then it occurred to me, I was like, how in the fuck did I end up married? If a woman looking angry is enough for me to be like, I can't talk to her. Oh my God, what do I say? It's funny. Oh God. Latest nuts. Mooses are elk with roid rage. That's probably one of the best. You're not far off, except they do have a longer face. Trump's battleship looks like it'd be an American Kirov, the Kirov class cruiser, or battle cruiser. Kinda. It's more radar based and less lead slinger. So I got to really do a deep dive. I'm all about. So here's the thing. Me and many other people who work in acquisitions. When I worked in acquisitions, my main thought was, I will spend I won't spend $1 to save a dime. I won't do that. But I'll spend $100 million to save a life. That's what I will do. So if making this one platform, and I got to really dig into like more naval warfare and kind of understand what this brings to the fight. Basically, what I'm understanding is the Trump class battleship that they're bringing out, still whatever, is basically like 2+ Arleigh Burkes slammed together, which is great because the Arleigh Burke is a very capable platform. But what would be more beneficial on the seas? One big one with those capabilities, or 3 or 4 smaller ones that are able to maneuver in the battle space? I don't know. I would have to learn more about naval tactics to really get a full understanding there. But yeah, I don't know what the answer is. Oh my God, the credits. What Watch Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail after your gummy tonight. Be sure to read the opening credits for the Moose story. Oh, okay. I forgot it. Dude, I haven't seen that movie in fucking forever, and I have never watched it on a gummy. That sounds really fun. In Pokemon voice, Mrs. HLC, I choose you. I tell people all the time, that's how I ended up with my wife. And she just walked up one day and was like, you're mine. And I was too afraid to stop her. And I said, okay. And now I just love the woman unconditionally. That's just where we're at. No, actually, I went to where she worked at, and I said, hey, I'm here to see you, and I would like to get your phone number and take you out sometime. And she thought I was joking. And I stood there awkwardly for 20 minutes because she was like, yeah, okay. And then like went back to work. And I stood there awkwardly for 20 minutes waiting until eventually I was like, so can I get your number? And then she was like, oh, yeah. She thought I was joking. It's probably why I'm also scared to talk to women. Yeah. Shut up your mouth. People can be replaced. Equipment cannot. No, equipment is much more expensive than people. Opinion on West Taiwan's new quantum radar. They claim they can see stealth planes. Okay, great question. I don't know too much about their quantum radar, but seeing stealth planes is very, very easy. But seeing a stealth plane and shooting a stealth plane are two very, very different worlds. So time to go into a little bit of light radar theory, a little diet radar theory. So a low frequency radar, like you would see in one of the radars in the S400 or in the S500, or we have the, what is it called? Cobra Dane radar that the US uses on the Aleutian Islands. Those are all low band radars. Low band can see stealth really easily. It can see it. And you'd think like, well, why isn't everyone using low frequency radar? And so I answer, because it doesn't provide enough fidelity. And by fidelity, think of fidelity like resolution, right? With a camera. It doesn't provide enough fidelity to give you a firing solution to be able to properly engage that target. So the S-125 that shot down the F-117 Nighthawk used this to its advantage. And it tried this over a dozen times. It succeeded once, and there was a whole bunch of other failures on the US side that he shouldn't have even been able to try this that many fucking times, but whatever. He turned the frequency way down, saw the F-117 Nighthawk. It also had its bomb bays open at that point in time, which made its radar cross-section slightly larger. It fired the missile, and as the missile was going in the general vicinity, because the missile's going to fucking miss anyways, they turned the frequency back up, hoping that it was close enough, because stealth is a finite resource. Sooner or later, as something gets closer to you, even a high-frequency radar is going to pick up stealth. When I say that, like, the kid is a Mach 2 bumblebee, if I can hit a bumblebee with a radiation beam and get a return off of it, I can detect the kid. But the reality is I'm probably going to be dead long before I ever get that return. Sorry. But so it lucked out when he turned the frequency up. It managed to acquire and get at least a partial hit and bring down the F-117 Nighthawk. So basically, China is saying they can see stealth, and anyone in the world can see stealth with a low frequency radar, but seeing it, being able to shoot it, very different things. So I don't know enough about their quantum radar to figure out what the hell they're talking about, but I can look into it. I've not even heard of it. You got Tism on you. Shut up, Wolfram. Have they fixed the issue with railguns yet? I don't know. That's the thing. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the Navy's railgun program was done by Desert Ship out here on White Sands Missile Range. There's a group called NAVSEA They have desert ship out here, and they were using the railgun. And I talked to the guys, because we used to ride motorcycles together, who were working on the railgun. And I said, is the railgun working? And he said, we're shutting down the program. And I said, why? And he said, basically, everything gets too hot and it warps the metal after every single shot. And I said, well, why not use better metal? And he said, that's too fucking expensive and heavy, and they won't do it. And I said, oh, so maybe? I don't know. And then your radar and missile are actually locking up ALE-50, not the jet. I don't know what ALE-50 is, but yes. To truly bad talk hockey, you have to remind them the hockey is Shiliti, played by a bunch of expert. Dude, you know I'm dyslexic as shit, right? Why are you using big words, man? On ice, because they were both drunk and bored. I love hockey, but it's gotten worse. Here's the thing. I think that all professional athletes should be able to hurt, wound, tackle, fight, juice as much as their hearts fucking can take. Why? Because we're paying these people millions of dollars, like 3 seasons in the NFL, and you can fucking retire forever. As long as you're smart with your damn money. Let's let them juice and blow up their heart. Let's let them do it, okay? But hockey's kind of gone downhill. There's no open ice checking, no hip checking. Fucking, the fighting is rare anymore. Toad decoy. Oh, did they hit a toad decoy? I know they took it down, but it wasn't like a center hit. So accuracy by volume is the way to go. Kind of. Accuracy by volume is kind of hard to do when we're talking about jets. So the reason why America switched from lead slingers to missiles when it came to air defense is because guns work, but they're just slow. So you need something radar driven to kind of point in that general direction and go for the target. Because by the time, like if you're in a machine gun, don't get me wrong, you got a ton of bullets, but by the time you see something coming at you, to get your bullets up to where it's at, you got to flip around backwards and shoot behind you and hope that it overflies you and runs into your stream of rounds. Shinty, I don't even know that word. So what I got for Christmas got me a Daria DY9 Gold and a Springfield Prodigy Protocol 4, just because Knox is the shit. He is the shit. He's so, I already did Protocol 4. But he's so comfy. Look at him. He is fucking conked. That dude is just conked the fuck out. That's probably her face. People at work ask me if I'm okay, and I have to explain it's just my face. Just let her be. Oh, yeah, no, I don't think I'll have the guts to talk to her. The girl at my gym. I have no idea. I don't know what her name is. I've never said a word to her. I've never said, excuse me, hey, are you done with that weight? I've never said a single word to her. I don't plan to. She's scary. There's also another one in my gym that for some reason it's not my place to judge anybody. It's not my place to judge. But is there a safe way to tell a woman, excuse me, miss, your titty is falling out the bottom of your sports bra? I don't think there's a tactful way to say that. So I just ignore and go on about my merry way. I tuck my head down. Like, if this is the thing, I am so dedicated to like minding my own motherfucking business. If I'm on a weight bench and I'm lifting and there's like the rack of weights in front of me and behind that is usually a mirror. So I'm like watching my form, seeing how I'm doing and stuff. If a woman walks in front of me, you'll see my head go straight at the ground. Cause I ain't trying to end up on a fucking Joey Swole video. Nope. I'm just mind my own motherfucking business. Wolf whistle and move on. I disagree. Moose are what happens when a buffalo goes on a Christmas bender, woke up covered in baby batter, surrounded by elk. The mouth of a moose and the mouth of a buffalo are very similar. It's just their heads are pretty different. The moose is more similar. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, a moose is a giraffe and a buffalo's love child. That's the way I'm going to think of it from now on. Because they're tall. They are tall as shit. Wouldn't coilover rail help spin the round in a smooth barrel and help reduce friction? I don't know what we're asking about. Ryan McBeth did a great video on railguns. Basically, there's no money in making projectiles for it versus missiles that need to be retired after a few years. True, because it is just a hunk of metal. And I do agree with Ryan on a lot of things. Again, my opinion on the railgun comes from guys who are working on the program, which sometimes is good. Sometimes they don't know as much as they think they do. I say this knowing that I had some very serious issues with IBCS, and now it is considered operational and online in Poland, and that makes me fucking concerned. I love the Polish. I want the Polish to have a good, solid system. The system I worked on 4 or 5 years ago was not anywhere close to where it needed to be. It was getting there. Don't get me wrong. The idea was there. The concept was there. It was getting there. Could it hit targets? Yeah, just not as reliably as we wanted. As an Australian test cricket would be the worst sport if it was a sport standing around a field needing a vest to stay warm in England. As an Australian test cricket? Wait. What are we talking about with cricket? Cricket's such a confusing fucking sport. I had, I think it was either Canadian or Australian, maybe it was a Brit, try and break it down to me. They were playing it in Afghanistan, like in the quad in Kandahar Airfield. And people were watching, and I saw some guy, and he was like by the smoke pit, had a different accent. It was either British or Australian accent. I can't. It was fucking 15 years ago. And I was like, can you explain this sport to me? I don't understand. And he tried explaining it. And it's a very confusing sport. I'm sorry. Cricket is a very confusing sport. And I'm sure like American football is a little confusing to a lot of the other people out there. I get it. Maybe hockey is. Well, I don't know. Hockey's kind of like, it's pretty simple. Put the black puck in the goal. It's hockey is soccer with more violence, a smaller rink, and zero friction. It's really the same rules apply. Cricket is knockoff baseball. Well, hold on. Which one existed first? I don't know if we can call it that. Do you know about the AC-130 that is confirmed Decepticon kill, even has the kill marker? No, I did not hear that. Do you mean boardwalk? Yeah. What did I say? The quad? The boardwalk, whatever. Kandahar Airfield. You know, where the Fridays was and the Burger King and all the little Afghan fucking shops. And they had a cricket thing right in the middle. They had a cricket field, and then they had a roller hockey place. And the Canadians were playing roller hockey. That I know for sure. I think they were playing against the Germans when I was there. I only passed through a couple of times. Tim Hortons was not at the Kandahar Boardwalk. It was a block away. Thank you very much. I remember that shit. It was down past the French PX. You walk, I don't know when you were there, but when you got to the boardwalk, the French PX was in the corner. It was the only French presence that I saw there. They had no troops there, as far as I know. Okay, the French, they probably showed up just to like surrender real quickly and like, hey, we're going to put it. Well, that's not fucking French. We are going to put a shop here. We saw in there. Anyways, so yeah, they fucking surrendered. Anyways, and they put their PX there, and then like a block over past that, that's where the Timmy Hortons was. Knox is up. Okay, fine. He'll get one. It was in a few places, and we did have troops there. Yeah, the Canadians did. Not the French, though. Oh, he's a good boy. Knox, you're my best bud, whoever done did live. When I lose this dude, I'm going to be inconsolable for fucking months. Like, I'm going to be useless without this dude. Down from the BK Pizza Hut. No, BK... Where's the fucking BK? Because it was on the... No, I thought it was the north side was the... Fuck. Which, yeah, no, that was the west. Hold on. Yeah, you're right. French PX, northwest side. Yeah, northwest side, French PX. Further down, like backwards. Look, man, I only went to Kandahar Airfield a couple of times. I can walk you through mileage out of my brain. That's not a problem. But walking you through Kandahar Airfield, that one I can't do. Watch the latest Gymkhana. I need to. That's the one with the Subaru Brat. The Tusker beer in Djibouti. There was a Russian beer that I had one time in Kyrgyzstan. It was a red beer. It was like 11% alcohol by volume. It was fucking bomb. But it was also after Afghanistan. So it might have been shit beer, and I was just very happy to have it and not like be, dead. So. You were on the boardwalk? The Canadians were? I'm trying to think, was there Canadian? There wasn't a Canadian compound on the boardwalk. The German one was adjacent. But the German compound wouldn't allow any Americans in because they were allowed to drink in country. Fucking assholes. The Canadian, when I was there in 2010, the Canadian compound is where the Tim Hortons was. And there was a line out of that fucking compound every single day. And it was like a block away from the French PX. Not on the boardwalk, but Tim's was later. Oh, they put a Timmy Hortons on the boardwalk? Lucky bastards. Second, the Tusker beer. We got them in Somalia. Ooh, just lost all 6 of my 5-month-old pups. Wait. Dude, Parvo's rough, dude. Knox had Parvo when he was a puppy. That's because I was stupid. I was a stupid kid. I tried saving money, and I almost lost him. It cost me fucking $2,000. They kept him alive, but hey, that might be why he's so dumb. He might have Parvo brain. So what did I get for Christmas? Well, Santa came early to my house and gave me and the wife Influ A. Ooh. May this make your Christmas better and a start for a new year. Cheers. Spread the joy. Will do. Fable, my lore. I hope you get some rest and relaxation, man. You got COVID for Christmas? Ooh. I got a big portion of the heat issues with Railgun Tech is the G11 effect. Long story short, they've removed significant portion of their cooling by going caseless. Spent cartridges extract heat upon ejection. That might be it. I don't know enough about the program to really make a statement about it. I know that they fired it out here. I'm sorry. What are the stereotypes, inside jokes about anti-aircraft folks in the Army, like Marines eating crayons? Tangos or chalk blocks. So in Patriot Land, you have 2 MOSs primarily. You have 14 Echo, which is what I was, tactics. And then you have 14 Tango, which is the launcher dogs. My launcher dogs are important. I will never say that they're unimportant. I can't do my job unless they do theirs. And they won't be alive to do their job unless I do mine. Okay? It's a symbiotic relationship. And you guys know if you've ever worked with anyone in the military and you have a symbiotic relationship between 2 different jobs, you talk the most amount of shit to each other. Okay? Like, crew chiefs talk to maintainers like shit, and maintainers talk to crew chiefs and pilots like shit. Like, it's just the way it is, right? That's the military in a nutshell. And I will say that we call them chalk blocks because they're not very smart. They're strong, and they are dedicated, but they are not very smart. So they're basically about as useful as a fucking chalk block. We do that a lot. They got crack pigeons in New York. Sean's like, yep, no, that's the way it is. You and another YouTube creator, the only reason I'm still here this year. Hey, is it Delilah? I'm sorry, I'm so horrible at reading that. But Delilah, I'm glad you're here. Hey, dead serious. And I want to see you here next year and many more years because you're going to do great things in this world. Okay? Just don't quit. That's all you got to do. Just don't fucking quit. That goes for everyone out there. Just don't fucking quit. Parvo lives in the ground. Yes, it does. It's actually a sealed cell. For those of you, actually, the guy who just said he lost his puppies with Parvo, you need to bleach your yard. That may sound really fucking stupid, but dilute bleach in a bottle and spray it around your yard. Parvo is a sealed cell, and it will stay in dog feces and on the ground for up to 6 months until another dog walks across it and licks their paws like Knox was earlier. You need to bleach your yard. I hate it for you. I had to do it too when Knox got Parvo. I had to quarantine the yard and everything. Don't do the enemy any favors. Don't be a canard. Not just military in a nutshell. It's men in a nutshell. Yeah, you right. You right. Oh, there we go. There we go. We are at our 2-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for being here. I will see you guys next Friday. This is actually the last one of the year. That's crazy. It's been an amazing 2025, and I wouldn't be here without every single one of you. My life has changed so much, and I'm so privileged to be here and to be a part of this amazing community that we've built together. And I will see you guys next year. All right, don't do the enemy any fucking favors. Watch out for one another, all right? Love you guys.